The university has a new athletic director, Sioux Falls installing more streetlights, and Room Joe is coming up.
All this and more coming up next on College Week.
From the McDonald Center on the campus of the University of Sioux Falls, this is College Week with Dylan Dwyer, Irene Samaniego, and Sports with Seth Cordy.
Good morning, I'm Dylan Dwyer.
And I'm Irene Samaniego. So Dylan, finally the USF campus have decided on the new athletic director.
That's right.
What do you think about that?
Well, since I'm a senior student athlete, it doesn't really concern me as much, but I have heard some really good things about him.
Yeah. Well, me as a junior, I'm really looking forward to all the new changes he's going to do. The University of Sioux Falls is making some changes in the athletics department. After former athletic director Kevin Hester resigned early this spring, the search was on for a esteemed replacement. College Week Paige Peterson has more.
As the school year comes to a close, a big change is being made to the University of Sioux Falls campus, as the new athletic director, Josh Schneider, is added to the roster. Pam Gohl shares with us the excitement they have for his arrival.
We're very excited to have Josh Schneider join our athletic department. He'll be an incredible leader for our whole department. He's been in different places. He's learned different things. He's been at Boise State. He's been at Iowa State. He's been at South Dakota. He's originally from Sioux City, Iowa. Graduated from West High School down there. So he's familiar with the Midwest. He's at UMKC right now. We think he's a great leader. Very just smart, intelligent person. He has the energy and the drive to take this athletic department to another level.
He was the first candidate that we had on campus. Left a very good impression. Very smart man. Family guy. You could tell right away that he had a lot of experience being at several institutions: Iowa State, Boise State, UMKC. Been in the administrative position a lot of times, and to start a process that was an entire week, to leave an impression where people were still thinking about you as of Friday when you came Monday, I think was a very big help for him.
Josh did a great job on his interview. We were really impressed. He left here, and I mean that day, you could sense that he might be the guy, and he was the first candidate, and so we had to have a number of other candidates and go through them. All the candidates were outstanding. It really was it was hard because we brought such a high caliber of candidates to campus.
Taro Fujimoto expresses his positive feelings towards the new AD and how he is looking forward to working with him.
Christian guy. Faith was definitely a top priority, and the way he brought, even just to the reception, the way he brought his family and talked about how close it was, getting back closer to Sioux City, and having the knowledge that I think he'll be really good in this situation as far as to take us to the next level here in the short term. I think it'll be a really good situation for us. Really looking forward to working with him. Seems like a very down-to-earth guy. Not too, in my words, not too fancy about anything. He just likes to get things done and make sure everything is successful. So I think he'll be a really good fit for us.
Fujimoto also shares his first impressions of Schneider and how he will be able to help the university.
The short time that I had with him, he was very detail-oriented. You could tell that he'd done his homework and brought a sense of organization that I think you have to have in that position, for one, and two, kind of a idea of how he projects and sees things on how we need to move forward. Dr. Benedetto really said high things about him, so when the president gives his okay, and obviously he was the hire, I think that was a pretty big situation.
It looks like the new AD has the approval of the university president, but will he be accepted by the USF student body? We'll have to wait and see. For College Week, I'm Paige Peterson.
City workers are adding 63 streetlights to a central Sioux Falls neighborhood near USF after one woman was found dead in her Garfield Avenue home by family members on March 16th. 40-year-old Christopher Krieger has been arrested in connection with Carrie Kirkgard's murder. He is facing murder, rape, and several other charges in the death of the 56-year-old Sioux Falls woman. In the meantime, neighborhood residents voiced their concerns regarding the safety of their community. To address this situation, the city has agreed to add 20 to existing poles, as well as installing more than 40 additional new light poles. The new lights are expected to be fully functional by late April or early May. According to city police, lights are the cheapest and easiest way to make your community a safer place to live.
Room draw is coming up on Sunday, April 13. Drawing for Collie Breaker and 3-person Sullivan rooms will be at 7 p.m., while Sullivan double rooms will be at 8 p.m. Students wanting to hold their current space must turn in their form by April 9th to Student Development. Student Development invites those who do not have a roommate to come before April 9th and will help them to find a good match.
The Mears Library is hosting its first annual Library Con during the National Library Week. The event will run from April 14th to the 17th with daily events including costume contests, discussion panels, and root beer floats. Library Con is combining books, TV, movies, pop culture, and video games, so there will be something for everyone. Check your USF email for more details. Tanner Wangsness with this week's pop quiz question.
Good luck!
Hi, I'm Tanner Wangsness with this week's pop quiz question. This week's question: the cougar statue that I'm sitting right next to was donated by which USF class? A, class of 1986, B, class of 1987, C, class of 1988, or D, class of 1989? Stay tuned for the answer.
Sometimes the world moves faster than you do. It can move so fast that you just can't keep up. That's why you need to be able to trust people. You need to trust someone who can slow things down for you. I'm Jaden Miller, USF College Week anchor, and you can count on me to keep you up to speed.
So, Irene, what do you think today's challenging pop question answer is?
It's a really hard question considering the 4 years are all in a row, but I always go with B. B is always my safe choice. How about you?
I think I'm going to just go with A. I think that's the correct answer. Let's find out.
Hi, welcome back. This week's question was, the cougar statue that I'm sitting next to was donated by which USF class? Was it A, the class of 1986, B, the class of 1987, C, the class of 1988, or D, the class of 1989? Well, if you guessed C, the class of 1988, you're spot on. Bet you didn't know that.
Well, you know, Dylan, C was my second option. I was this close to getting the right answer.
Yeah, I guess my cougar knowledge is not up to par. But, Irene, I heard you that you participated in a undergrad research project. Is that true?
Yeah, that's true. This last Thursday, I went up to Briar Cliff for the second annual Spanish conference. And, well, it was really good. And take a look at it, the cover video.
Well, good morning, everyone. I, too, want to welcome all of you to Briar Cliff University. It truly is our pleasure and honor to have this opportunity to host the second Spanish Undergraduate Research Conference.
The Spanish Undergraduate Research Conference is a conference at Briar Cliff University where students from several universities, including Briar Cliff, and a couple students from USF, the University of South Dakota, SDSU, and a couple other universities came to present research projects that we have all done.
La exposición de hoy día fue en base al viaje que han tenido algunos estudiantes, tanto de Briar Cliff como otras universidades. Nos han contado sobre su experiencia, sobre lo que es la cultura de los países donde se han dirigido. Muchos de ellos han visitado ruinas, han visitado culturas antiguas, de las cuales han sacado muchas conclusiones, nos han contado acerca de ellas.
My topic was about Chichen Itza, the history of it, and about the ruins and how nature and animals and the gods were involved in the making of Chichen Itza.
My research is about the expulsion of the Jews from Spain in the 15th century and the different opportunities they had and that they didn't have, and lastly, where they ended up.
And we decided that we needed some kind of space in which our students, majoring or minoring in Spanish, they needed some place in which they can share their interests and at the same time compare a little their levels in Spanish, their level of proficiency in Spanish.
Porque pueden practicar la lengua de español y aprender sobre las otras personas.
I really enjoy the conference because it gives me an opportunity to share some of the information I've been studying about for a while, and I would say that it's probably selfishly one of the more enjoyable parts, but I also really enjoy meeting other students from other universities and hearing their papers as well.
And hopefully next year we'll be in USF, so probably we will have the next conference the year 2015.
With the weather getting warmer, students are starting to plan their next outdoor activity. The University of Sioux Falls Campus Security has already started to prepare by sending an email to students and faculty, reminding them to register their bicycles. If you're a student or a faculty member that is planning on riding or leaving your bicycles around USF campus, you will need to register your bicycle at the Campus Security Office located at Mears Library, Monday through Friday between 8:30 a.m. and 4 p.m. The information you will need to provide to register will be the bike make, bike model, color, speed, serial number, and unique identifiers.
Using pizza, movies, and friends, the National Society of Leadership and Success is keeping students entertained during the semester. Joey Russo has more on the story.
USF's largest club on campus doesn't take students on grand adventures throughout Sioux Falls, nor does it pay for students to go eat their favorite food. However, it does bring the hottest and latest new releases and movies to campus for showings in Z Hall, along with your favorite selections of pizza and beverages. The first movie that the NSLS showed was Captain Phillips, a 2013 movie based off the true story of a hijacking of a cargo ship. Tanner Mans, a member of the executive board, says that the board tried to find a fun way for students to get their mind off of schoolwork.
We talked about showing a movie as an executive board, and we thought that would really be fun for students. It really provides an outlet away from homework and whatnot and stressful life of a student sometimes, and just being able to watch a movie on a Tuesday night.
Based on the impressive turnout of 35 people to watch Captain Phillips, Mans and the rest of the executive board decided that another movie night would be a possibility. J.C. McClellan, another member of the board, says that the movie was picked by popular request.
Our next movie night event is April 15th, and by popular demand, we are watching Frozen.
If any USF students are interested in any further information concerning the National Society of Leadership and Success, contact Tanner Mans, J.C. McClellan, or Martha Helland via their USF emails. For College Week, I'm Joey Russo.
Coming up next is Java Talk with Donovan Miner.
Don't go away.
Hi.
Academic excellence, inspired talent, Christian values, athletic champions. This is the University of Sioux Falls. Proud to be with you the whole way.
Good morning, and thank you for joining us for Java Talk. I'm Donovan Miner, and I'm joined today by Damon Brown, freshman here at USF. Damon, how are you doing today?
I'm doing well. How are you?
Not too bad. Can you tell us a little bit about yourself?
I'm Damon Brown. I'm from Marshall, Minnesota. I'm a freshman here. I graduated from Marshall, Minnesota, obviously 2013. And I'm a political science major. I'm also involved in the theater and also in the choir.
You're involved in the theater, and there's the play coming up, correct?
Yes.
What play is it?
It's called A Pilgrim's Progress, and it's actually it's about a pilgrim, obviously, and his journey through faith. He starts out questioning his beliefs, and then he ends up knowing in his heart what's right.
Can you give us a little bit more about like how the character is involved in this? Because from what I understand, the only character who's not playing multiple characters is the character Pilgrim.
Yep.
How does that work?
So the only person who has one character is the pilgrim, and then everybody else has at least 3 characters. Like for instance, I'm the evangelist, I'm also the merchant, and I'm also Demon One, or Hopeful. Mm-hmm. And then everybody else has different characters they play, and then everybody is the chorus, and then there's the narrators.
And what are the performance times for this play?
The performance times are April 11th through the 17th, except for the 14th, and then the 13th is 2:30, and all the other performance times are 7:30 p.m.
And that's a week-long straight of performances. It's a Friday to Thursday. Why are they doing that instead of 2 weekends?
They're doing that instead because of the Easter break that's coming up. So instead of having 2 weekends, we really can't do that. So we just decided to do a week-long.
Okay. What do you enjoy most about being involved in theater here at USF?
I think I would enjoy just being able to be around other people who just love to have fun, and they love to perform and they love to act, and it's just great just being around other people like that.
Are you nervous for the upcoming play?
Yeah, I'm a little nervous. It'll be interesting, I guess, but I like to be a little nervous before a play.
Mm-hmm. How involved were you in theater before you came to USF? I know you were in How to Succeed, and you were one of the chorus members, but did you do any in high school, or?
I did. I first got into theater my junior year, the musical there. But other than that, I wasn't really involved in it until junior and senior year. And then that's when I realized that this is something I really like to do.
Okay. And after Pilgrim's Progress, that's the end of the year for the theater department. What's next year look like?
Next year, we're going to be doing something different. It's called Cougar. It's instead of the homecoming variety show. It'll be groups can audition to do skits or anything and it's going to be a decades theme. So like the 1950s, there'll be a skit from the 1950s maybe, or like the 90s, or anything like that, and groups audition for that. And
that'll be during homecoming, correct?
Yep, that'll be during homecoming.
And what are next year's productions, if you know?
Next year's productions are Falling, which may be a little controversial because of it's concerning
content. It'll be like Doubt or like the Laramie Project, where it'll have a talkback session and it'll be kind of a controversial topic.
Yeah, it's about autism, and it'll be an interesting role for the lead to play.
So that'd be a really tough character to play, to do that, to be able to portray having autism.
Yes.
What other productions are going on next year?
And then it's You Can't Take It With You, and then also Honey, I Love You, You're Perfect, Now Change. And that will be a musical.
That's a musical? And what's that one about? I mean, that kind of sounds... I've never heard of that one.
It's kind of interesting. It's about how relationships, they change, and how people can grow apart or come together throughout the years, and how that all works out.
Okay. And is there anything else that the theater department does? I know there's improv. I mean, are you involved in the improv group?
I'm not involved in the improv group. I've been to a couple of the meetings, and it's a really cool thing. Everybody should definitely check it out. But
when do they meet?
They meet every Monday at 10 p.m.
Okay. Is there anything else you'd like to say about the theater department, or any last thoughts you'd like to give before we wrap it up here?
The theater department, it's a really cool place full of really cool people.
Do you encourage people to join?
Oh, definitely.
So anyone's welcome. And something else I heard about that Cougar is that anybody can do that too. It could be football players or the track team. Anybody's welcome to do it. And it seems that Joe, the new director, is very welcoming to anyone.
Oh yeah, if you have an interest, he'll welcome you in. And if you just want to get a group of guys together and do a skit, then you're welcome to audition, and anyone can do it.
All right, well, Damon, thank you for joining us.
Yep.
It was nice having you. Thank you for joining us on Java Talk. I'm Donovan Miner, and up next is sports with Seth Cordy.
USF, Cougar crazies. I got something for y'all to check out. Yep, Cougar. Y'all need to check it out. Cougar. I said y'all should check it out. Cougar. Check it out. Son. Yeah. Need to check it out. If the USF Cougars is something you need a rep, well then Cool Gear Locker is something you need to check. You're in need of apparel, you gotta be looking right. Go to cool-gearlocker.com website. When I spit it, y'all should listen. Try to determine how I rip it. USF is what we reppin'. USF is never slipping. Cougar fans are looking great. You know that we dominate. Need some gear and gotta wait with Cool Gear Locker. Raise the stakes. Cool Gear. Y'all need to check it out. Cool Gear. I said y'all should check it out. Cool Gear. Check it out. Cool Gear. Need to check it out.
And now it's time for my personal favorite part of the show, sports. I hear you have a little bit of baseball to talk about with me today.
Yeah, I hear the baseball team had a pretty good weekend.
We had an all right weekend. We got a couple of wins, but we could have done a little bit better. But why don't you give us the details?
Absolutely. The University of Sioux Falls baseball team wrapped up their 4-game weekend set on Saturday against Minot State with a doubleheader split. The Cougars, who are now 6-2 in conference play and 12-9 overall, and the Beavers of Minot State each won a game on Sunday. Minot State won Game 1, 8-7, but the Cougars would fight back to cap the night off with a 7-5 victory. Senior Ryan Fobbs led the way in Game 2 as he went 1 for 3, including a 3-run homer. The Cougars track and field team is gearing up for what promises to be a great outdoor season. The team sent their throwers to open the season in Wayne, Nebraska at the Wildcat Classic last weekend. In the shot put, Jordan Bentz placed 3rd overall with his NCAA provisional qualifying throw of 52 feet 10 1/4 inch. Bentz also competed in the discus where he placed 22nd overall. For the Cougar women, Marissa Whipple finished 13th with her throw of 40 feet and 6 inches. The Cougars will be out in full force this Saturday, April 5th in Kearney, Nebraska. The USF women's golf team traveled to Omaha, Nebraska last Sunday and Monday to participate in the Tibia Run Invitational. The Cougar women ended up taking 5th place overall. Tavia Rutherford led the way for the USF women with her 7th place finish. The golf team returns to the green on Monday, April 7th, when they travel to Mountain Home, Arkansas. And tennis season is in full swing. Our own Rob Goffney has more on the story.
The weather is warming up, and the tennis team is finding a role. They are finishing up conference play after returning home from a team trip to Hilton Head, South Carolina. Freshman Kara Bunkers told College Week all about the season and her rituals.
The season's been going really well. We are like 2-5 right now, and we have Moorhead coming up this weekend, and we're going to Fargo, North Dakota. Before I play doubles, I usually talk to my partner and we strategize on what we're going to do during our match, and I usually envision myself playing on the court, and I also pray.
Sophomore Joey Bosch had this to say about the tennis team.
This season is going really well, I would say, especially with a bunch of new players coming in and the chemistry we have. I think we work really well together. I think by next season, everything will be perfect. The matches that I'm looking forward to that are coming up are our last 4 conference matches. We are 2-5 in our conference right now, so they're really important that we win all 4 of them so we can make it to the conference tournament in the end of April. What I do after a big victory is definitely all glory goes to God, so I thank Him first, and then I text my parents and my friends and eat.
For College Week, I'm Robert Goffney.
Well, Dylan, you're a senior, which means this is your last season as a Cougar athlete. How does that make you feel?
It's tough. It's really tough. I mean, it's been something I've been dedicated to my whole life, but I mean, that's one of the things that you sign up for with college sports. This season in basketball, we had a nice group of seniors that had a farewell that we needed to address, so I sat down with them and caught up. Another basketball season is in the books, and that means the end of 4 great seniors' careers. Brian Kielpinski, Rob Goffney, Alex Roby, and Derek Brown have all shot their last shot in a USF uniform. I sat down with them for one last interview.
It's just starting to sink in that
You know, I'm done playing here at USF after my 4th year. It's kind of sad because you know that you're not going to play with the same group of guys that you've been playing with for this year and maybe the last couple of years.
Now that I'm done, it hasn't hit me yet because it's only been a week, but I'm sad. You know, I missed the game. I'm going to miss it a lot.
It's definitely a little bittersweet right now. I don't really know what to do with my free time or anything like that, but you know, it feels good letting the body kind of recover a little bit.
It's weird. It's very weird to think that next year I won't be coming back for another season of Cougar basketball is mind-blowing to me. After the last 4 years and you know what we've been through, it's different.
The moment I'll never forget is last year playing Augustana at home here. First time ever playing them on our home court, and we beat them at our place.
Oh, there's so many moments on the court, like it kind of gets, they all just kind of jumble together, but the things I'm going to miss the most is even off-season workouts with DB in the summer. I can for sure remember one time after Mather's workouts, he was all pumped that he made it through a Mather's workout, hill workout without throwing up, and I was kind of walking away, and the next thing I know, I turn around and see D. Brown just puking in the bushes. I'm just like, man, this kid, every single time. So I mean, just little things like that, I think, is just when I'm going to miss the most, and definitely something I can remember. So.
The one moment that will always be in my mind is walking off the floor the last time of the Stewart Center. That'll be engraved forever. You know, looking at the fans, all my family was there, you know, it was senior night. That'll be a moment that I'll never forget.
My best memory would probably be here at USF in college basketball would probably be we're up 4 against Winona with about a minute 20 left, and they started coming back. You know, they started tightening up the lead a little bit, so the pressure was on. We had the ball. I penetrated to the left wing, and I kicked it to Stotts, and he knocked down a 3 to seal the deal. And that was just a dagger. I'll always remember that play.
So I guess I just wanted to say thanks to all the crowd and always come and support us. That goes with my family. They're always at every game, aunts, uncles, nieces and nephews. And I mean, it's just been a great 4 years here now. And like I said before, it's just bittersweet to be over. So thanks for everyone for always being there. So
I'd just like to thank my friends, family, coaches, everyone who was there to support me this whole time I've been here. Thank you.
All right, I want to thank USF faculty, friends and family, everyone that ever came out and supported for me, cheered for me. I want to thank the coaches for giving me the opportunity to play here. And USF will always be number one in my school, in my heart.
I just want to start off by thanking coaches. They were huge, obviously, to my success over the last 4 years. The teammates, each and every one of them, not only this year, but you know, the last 3 years were huge. And then my family, you know, obviously I wouldn't even have been here without them. That was big. And then coaches and everybody else that have helped me over the last, 22 years of my life to make me the person I am today. I just want to thank everybody for being there for me.
It's tough to see these guys finished as basketball players, but they've made an impact that will last for many seasons to come. For USF College Week, I'm Dylan Dwyer. And that wraps up another edition of USF College Week. I'm Dylan Dwyer.
And I'm Samanu.
And I'm Seth Gordy.
Have a great day.